Good afternoon, everyone. Wow, such a crowd. Thank you for your claps. That really fits me.
Hello, my name is Anna, and you?
My name is Jamila. Nice to meet you, Anna.
Me too. What are you doing in Web Summit?
I am here to be on the stage to present several speakers. So for example, tomorrow I'm going to be at the pitch stage in different rounds. The next day I'll be at the PandaConf and Venture stage, and the last day I'll be at Machine Demo at Full Stack. So I come and open remarks for the keynotes, and then I present the speakers coming throughout the slot of the day.
Okay, nice. What's your first step to be in this Web Summit? Because it's in international level, a lot of persons from different countries. How you growing? Because international level at one level, and speaking in your country, it's another level.
I think it doesn't matter what you speak, if it's international or local. The thing that matters the most is the audience. So for example, if I have an audience in a gala dinner in Hong Kong, I would speak differently there than I would do it in RISE, which is the tech event in Hong Kong. So more than the location is the audience. So we could be here in Portugal in the Web Summit, and it's a very international audience, and then we could be in another very local audience in Portugal. So then I would talk to them in Portuguese. But here we're all speaking in English.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the specific audience. Also, what do they want? What are they here for? So these people are here to be inspired, to learn, and just to see new things. In other events, people are there maybe just to fundraise money. So that's why I believe it doesn't have to be the location. It has to be research your audience, your audience, your audience.
Okay.
What do they want, and what do you want them to believe or feel by the end of your speech?
Okay.
So that has to also be very clear.
And for example, if I want to be international speaker, what I need to do right now? For example, my first step in this field.
You need to know the background of where you're going to speak. So culture is very important. You need to know the theme of the event where you're going at. So again, we go back to the basic of knowing your audience and knowing your content. And how do you want to represent yourself internationally and locally? Because it has to be consistent in order to create a brand and a role. So have very clear your intention, and how do you want to be perceived as your executive presence, we call it. So if those things come together in order to create a persona.
Yes.
And that could be international, that could be local, but specifically internationally, because you are battling the space of the time with so many characters that there's something that has to click for the audience, for them to want to listen to you.
Okay. I think the good speaker, the speaker who speaker in emotions, because you can, for example, don't know all, but if you say your speech very emotionally, you will be a perfect speaker. How you can teach this emotion to training, for example? What I need to do to be more emotional in the stage, or maybe you can recommend some practice for the first step or for the last step.
You have to start knowing what you want to speak of. So the topic becomes connected to you, and then it's easier for you to show an emotion. If you're talking about something you have no idea,
Yes, of course.
it's difficult to show an emotion. You will need more practice. So right away, if you're talking about something that you care, that you have experience of, or that you're so happy about, it will come naturally, the emotion.
Yeah.
If you have to talk about something that you have no idea, then you do have to practice more and teach yourself that that thing is important for the audience. Hence, it has to be important.
I think a good speaker who is communicate with audience. Because, for example, if you're speakers, but not any questions from your audience, I think it's not good, because you need to feel the audience, you need to feel what happens, what you're feeling, and you need to bring something in his life.
Correct. Yeah, there has to be a resonation. If not, it's only information. It's like the news. They're just giving you an information and that's it. They don't want you to think further. As a speaker, I think one of the main goals is to inspire. As if there's no reaction, there's no inspiration, there's no action. They won't go away and think about it. They're just gonna, comes in and out.
How you not worry in the stage in the big audience, for For example, I think the first step when you look in all these people, it's very boring. I think you maybe some people becomes shaking their hands. Some people like, how you doing? Not worrying in the stage.
I always worry in the beginning. There's always something happening. There's the butterflies in my stomach, but that's good. I utilize it in order for me to go and do it with more passion, with more emotion, and with more energy. So I changed my perspective with stress. I don't see stress as a bad thing anymore. I see stress as a good thing because it means I care.
Yes.
And then I will prepare. And then if I still feel the stress, I breathe. And then I go, and then if still something wrong happens, I have the opportunity to find solutions faster.
Yes.
The more you do it, the more you feel relaxed, the easier it becomes. It's never going to be perfect. There's always something we can make, we can fine tune and we can work on. But that stress gives me the need and the want to keep on working on my craft and in this case on my speaking.
And I think if you need very love what you're doing. For example, if you're speakers, you need very like what you're doing, and speakers is very emotional. Because if you don't like what you're doing, you can't speak very good.
Yeah, it shows. It really shows.
And I think the most speakers is men than women.
Yeah.
Why?
There is actually a research that shows that ladies have the fear of saying something wrong. So we prefer to be on a stage or to speak up when we have almost 90% of the content and we know it. That we have the experience and we have the answers for whatever we're going to say. On the other hand, men, they don't care that much and they just go and do it. They fake it until they make it. Because there's less of that worry that people are going to judge them. In this day and age, even though there's more gender equality and there's more female entrepreneurs and lady CEOs, we still have that in our back of our heads that people are going to judge us. They're not going to respect us because we look young or because we're just wearing a skirt. So I think that's one of the biggest fears. And I really want to break that because we are not physically or biologically the same, but we can have the same equality in the chances for us to speak up. But that's a job that we women have to do. They can't do it for us. So if they offer us a speaking opportunity, we should accept it.
Okay. And how do you think, for example, if I will be a speaker, I have more chances of knowing or less chances of knowing and to be like a star in the speakers?
It depends on the personality and also your audience. You are not going to be liked by everyone. And we have to understand that. Not everybody wants to engage you as a speaker. So if we understand our niche and our target, then you have more opportunities. Not because you're a woman or a man. It's understanding your market.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for interview. Thank you for so good questions. Maybe I also will be studying in your speakers.
Thank you anytime. No, thanks to you. Thank you for the opportunity. And I'll see you around the website.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.